Well, welcome, UW-Tacoma Master of Social Work class of 2020, and congratulations on the one-year anniversary of your graduation from the program. Welcome also to the family, friends, and supporters watching along with your graduates and who helped make this day possible for them. I'm Erin Casey, Professor of Social Work and MSW Program Chair, and I have the privilege of emceeing this special event. I know that you had hoped to gather in person to celebrate and that a virtual graduation was not your top choice. I also know that you are an incredible group of social workers, scholars, activists, carers, and leaders whose talents the community has been so lucky to benefit from over the past year. We have never had a year-delayed hooding ceremony, and although I hope we never do so again, this moment also represents a unique opportunity. You have not only graduated, but have spent a year in the world as an MSW, perhaps in the social work field, perhaps shepherding yourself and loved ones through the pandemic and struggle for racial justice, likely both. And so this is a moment to not only hearken back to the joy and relief you experienced a year ago when finishing the MSW program, but also to reflect and to reconnect with your why, your reason for embarking into the social work profession in the first place. Each of you has many passions, a set of experiences, talents and skills, dedication to solving tricky social issues, a commitment to social justice, likely all of those things that led you to start this professional journey. And now that you are another year in, this can be a moment to pause, celebrate, honor, and recommit to that part of yourself. The world needs talented, liberatory social workers more than ever, and you have answered that call. So on behalf of the staff and faculty of the School of Social Work and Criminal Justice, welcome. I look forward to celebrating you over the next 30 or so minutes and to hearing about your accomplishment for years to come. Without further ado, I will pass the virtual microphone to Acting Dean, Dr. Marcy Lazari.
Thank you, Erin. Erin already said much of what I was going to say, which typically happens. I just want to wish each and every one of you congratulations. We are humbled by your tenacity, your perseverance, and your courage, which was so evident as you worked to complete your MSWs. I also want to acknowledge all of those who supported you on this journey. Your family members, your friends, your colleagues, your professors, your field instructors, your neighbors, all those who helped you get through. You are living through an unprecedented time, which required a shift to online learning, social distancing, social isolation, and ongoing stresses. And you've already graduated. You've done it. You are amazing. Through all of this upheaval, many of you were working and/or in practicum placements providing much needed services to your clients. Many of you are essential workers. Social workers are needed more than ever to not only provide direct services, but to advocate for social justice, economic justice, racial and gender equality, environmental justice, and the list goes on. Thank you for all you do. We are so proud of you and wish you the very best in your personal and professional endeavors. Be well and take care.
It is a blessing and honor to have been selected by the MSW graduating class of 2020 to deliver the faculty address on the occasion of your hooding ceremony, and 1 year late. I'm so grateful to have had the privilege to teach you, but especially to have learned so much from you. As the MSW class of 2020, you know full well that in choosing the profession of social work, it comes with many benefits and challenges that others in our helping profession have faced in the past and continue to face today. But I'm confident that the knowledge and skills you've learned these past years, beginning in the classroom, your practicum agencies, and now in your respective field of practice, are all part of that bigger picture in helping you to make a significant difference for others and those who you will have the opportunity to interact with personally and professionally. Today and in this virtual hooding ceremony, the faculty and I congratulate you. In this symbolic educational rite of passage, you're hooded as if being yoked with the rights and responsibilities to go forth and apply yourselves competently, humbly, and ethically as professional social workers. As you have already begun your social work career and in this time of the pandemic, allow me to leave you with a few words of encouragement. Perhaps the image of a compass and its directions will help you to gain your bearings when and if at times you feel lost, overwhelmed, or need to simply redirect yourselves along the way. First, look north to your God, your higher spiritual being, our ancestors in the profession, on whose shoulders we stand on for the strength and courage to do what is just and for the common good. And just as the sun rises each day over Mount Rainier, look to the east with eagerness for the dawning of a new day, with exciting opportunities and challenges awaiting you as advocates and catalysts of change. For as the sun sets in the west, examine your day, and in the words of Don Miguel Ruiz in his 4 agreements, ask yourselves whether 1, you've tried your best, 2, you've spoken impeccable words of support, 3, you've not made any assumptions, and 4, you've not taken things personally, trusting that a new day will dawn with opportunities to try again if you've fallen short. And finally, look south, always mindful that the winds that filled your sails in this journey throughout your life and your graduate education are but the breath of love and support that your family, your parents, spouses, children and grandchildren, your friends and teachers have sacrificed for each of you to be where you are at this moment. So in closing, we, the faculty and staff, along with your family and friends, celebrate this major milestone in your life and are proud of your accomplishments. We are grateful to you for your response to make a difference for yourself, our community, our state and nation, and the world as social workers. And one last reminder, as alumni, please don't forget your University of Washington at Tacoma and the School of Social Work and Criminal Justice. Be boundless in your pursuit of improving the quality of lives for others. And as the motto of this great University of Washington proclaims, Luxit, let there be light. Be that light as professional social workers and for those who you will be privileged and blessed to serve now and into the future. Thank you, God bless you, and all the best for a successful social work career.
When we graduated, what feels like so long ago, we were looking at a future of possibility. We knew the work would be hard, that it would be challenging and also inspiring. We are now in that future, but it is not as we expected. It is drastically different than we could have imagined. We have met this altered reality with our presence and resilience, some hanging by a thread, but showing up despite the challenges. Not only are we managing personal struggles as we navigate the pandemic, we are part of a nation that's had to struggle with racism, the lack of federal health care, an insufficient safety net, and a deep division in who we want to be as a nation. These times can feel overwhelming. The work ahead of us can seem daunting. However, we are social workers. We have been trained to have the hard conversations, to move forward with fervency and intensity, acknowledging the disparity and inequity that plagues this country and the people we are called to serve. We are social workers, and we're human. I find myself asking, how do we heal from this? How do we revitalize ourselves so that we move forward and can be the change agents in our community? How do we recognize new possibilities going forward when we're all so exhausted? Two words come to mind: hope and grace. I have hope that this moment of collective awakening in our nation continues past the idea of a new normal. I have hope that the hard conversations and the struggles bring about a shifting of structures, if not outright change in business as usual. I have hope that this shared experience will strengthen our communities and our personal relationships. So I have hope in this moment, and I have grace. As new social workers, we've had to learn the job online over Zoom with minimal peer support and a whole lot of uncertainty. Sometimes I show up unprepared, or I don't think I'm the right person for the situation, but it doesn't matter because I'm the social worker. I need to have grace for myself. Having grace for myself is understanding that my first year, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, but I'll keep showing up. Having grace with myself is acknowledging that I'm a verbal processor, and I had to ask for help prioritizing my casework because I was completely overwhelmed. While we were in school, we heard so much about secondary trauma and burnout. We had seminars and training and mentor wisdom to add to our toolbox. Except the pandemic doesn't fit in a toolbox. Grace was letting myself understand my perfect plan for self-care may not manifest right now between work and homeschooling kids. We need to have grace for ourselves, grace in recognizing our own needs and our own struggles. Grace also lets us support one another and lean on our fellow social workers so we can continue to show up or know when we need to take a day to revitalize ourselves. That's why this speech wasn't written by me alone, but in collaboration with some of my peers. One of the main tenets of our work is about building up community, but we often forget to rely on that community for ourselves. Right now, with all of us separated by a screen, it can feel difficult to remember the community and friends you have around you. But they are one of your strongest supports and buffers against the weight of this work. So it's these two words, hope and grace, that I believe can move us forwards towards healing. This last year has been a difficult time, but we can work together in collaboration to create a possibility filled with hope and grace and healing. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to all the graduates here today. You have a lot to be proud of. Welcome, family and friends. My name is Rick Butt, and I am the Director for the Child Welfare Training and Advancement Program, also known as CTAP. Our program is designed to help students interested in a career in public child welfare develop their skills and knowledge so they can be effective child welfare social workers. Our program works intensely with our Master of Social Work students, providing educational seminars and practice skill development. We have 19 graduating students, and you will see their names on the slide before you. CTAP would like to take this time to acknowledge each student for their hard work and dedication to the field of public child welfare. Congrats, CTAP grads. Each year, CTAP gives out 2 awards, the CTAP Student of the Year Award and the Outstanding CTAP Graduate Award. My colleague and program coordinator, Susan Welk, is here to make these announcements.
The CTAP Student of the Year Award is given to a student for their outstanding scholarship, child welfare practice, and contribution to the field of social work. Nominations come from the Department of Children, Youth, and Families and UW-Tacoma social work faculty. We had several outstanding candidates. We're pleased to announce that Lauren Olson is the recipient of the 2020 CTAP Student of the Year Award. Congratulations, Lauren.
Congratulations, Lauren.
The Outstanding CTAP Graduate Student Award is given to a student who has excelled in the areas of leadership, support, and commitment to public child welfare. This student demonstrated the knowledge and skills needed to effectively and appropriately implement best practice in public child welfare. Nominations for this award are from their CTAP peers. We're pleased to announce that Kim Everett is the recipient of the 2020 Outstanding CTAP Graduate Student Award. Congratulations, Kim.
Congratulations, Kim. On behalf of the entire CTAP team, we congratulate all of our 2020 CTAP graduates. You did it.
Congratulations.
The Phi Alpha Honor Society is an honor society for social work students who have achieved academic excellence and who embody humanitarian goals and ideals. Our local Psi Pi chapter of Phi Alpha was formed in 2006. Each year, Phi Alpha students participate in numerous projects that serve UW and the greater South Puget Sound community. As the faculty advisor for UW-Tacoma's Phi Alpha chapter, I'd like to recognize our 2020 MSW graduates. May you continue to embrace and uphold the pledge of service to humanity. Congratulations on your graduation, and on behalf of the national and local Phi Alpha faculty and members, we wish you continued success.
Dr. Marcy Lazari, Acting Dean and Professor Emerita. Her personal and professional interests are varied. However, she is a self-described feminist and aims to facilitate the empowerment of others and maintain congruency with social work values and ethics with her daily work. She is privileged to work and contribute to such a vibrant community of scholars and learners. A true visionary, she continuously looks for new and innovative ways to deliver curriculum, services, and leadership, even as priorities have shifted over the course of the years. Now in her 23rd and final year with the University of Washington-Tacoma and her second or third return from retirement, we finally say farewell to Dr. Lazari. Thank you does not even begin to describe the gratitude that the School of Social Work and Criminal Justice has for her contributions. For those of you who may not know, Dr. Lazari joined the social work program as the founding director in 1998. Under her leadership, the MSW program grew threefold. A BASW program was added in 2002, and an advanced standing MSW option was added in 2007, leading to rapid and record growth in both faculty hiring and student enrollments. Dr. Lazari went on to continue teaching and provide the campus with a stellar decade of leadership experiences, including special appointments from the Chancellor. She has been instrumental in nurturing and building lasting community partnerships and relationships that have supported SSWCJ over the years. We are so very grateful for her guidance and vision then and now. Speaking of faculty hiring, one such hiring decision that was made shortly after Dr. Lazari's arrival was a critical position in any social work program, that is someone to coordinate the field experiences. Dr. Lazari hired Dr. Tom Deem, Director of Field Education and Teaching Professor. Dr. Deem joined UW-Tacoma School of Social Work and Criminal Justice in December of 1998 to coordinate all field activities for the then social work program. Now, 1,578 alumni later and nearly 1,700 field placements organized, Dr. Deem has decided to retire. He's been an expert professor of social policy, macro community practice classes, as well as his truly great elective on sexual orientation and gender identity. He even taught research, the DSM class, and the advanced standing seminar class on several occasions over the years. His generosity for taking on the assessment portion for accreditation and taking the lead for the reaccreditation are simply unmatched. A student himself, Dr. Deem finished his PhD while working and commuting to Portland State University, fully immersing himself in student life. He describes working with students in both the classroom and in their field experiences as reinforcing how important it is that the two settings be integrated as closely as possible. He goes on to say that field placements are the signature pedagogy of social work. It's where the theoretical meets the practical and where social workers are made. Both Drs. Lazari and Deem have shown countless hours of commitment to our programs and school, the campus, and the community in numerous ways by serving on committees, councils, commissions, work groups, task forces, boards, advisory groups, and teams. We are so grateful for everything both of you have done to further our School of Social Work and Criminal Justice, both in the professional social work education, but also in laying a framework and foundation for our school in so many different areas, such as shared governance and institutional building. Together, you have pioneered and forged a path of greatness for the School of Social Work and Criminal Justice, but in particular, social work education at the University of Washington, Tacoma. Today, we honor you and recognize your numerous achievements in higher education, and we will miss you, Dr. Lazari and Dr. Dean.
Hello again. We have reached the live hooding portion of the ceremony, and I will first briefly introduce the meaning of this tradition. Hooding ceremonies are reserved for graduates of master's and doctoral programs and are intended to honor individually each graduate's achievement. During the ceremony, graduates have a hood placed on their graduation gown as added adornment and to signify that the wearer holds an advanced degree. Fun fact, these hoods originated from a time when advanced degree holders spent a lot of time in cold, unheated libraries, and the hood was actually quite utilitarian because it kept folks warmer. But now, of course, the hood is a symbol of both the knowledge and the responsibility represented by a master's degree. The colors on a hood are intentional. Both the university conferring the degree and the profession being entered into are represented on the hood. I know folks may not have had the opportunity to rent regalia, and so like many things this year, our hooding will be virtual and symbolic. I'll share my own graduate hood with you. You can see that husky purple is represented here, as is the specific color for social work, citron, a bright shade of yellow. So hoods therefore represent both where you have come from and the profession into which you are embarking. Just on a side note, in your high school and undergraduate graduation ceremonies, a part of the symbolism was to move the tassel on your cap from right to left. But as a graduate student, your tassel stays put on the left. It symbolizes your existing accomplishment of being an undergraduate degree holder. So this hood is the focus of the ceremony and represents the solemn responsibility undertaken by members of our profession to constantly and reflexively move in the direction of justice, to honor the dignity, worth, rights, and well-being of each human being, and to challenge the social and structural forces that perpetuate inequity. With that charge, I now virtually offer this hood to each of you. If you do happen to have regalia at home, now is the time to don it and show it off. The V-neck at the front goes over your head and around the neck with these bright colors trailing down your back. It is my honor to present the once again graduated UWT Master of Social Work class of 2020. Enormous congratulations to each of you.
Alex Seifert.
Allison Sykes. Amanda Jones. Ashley Paulus. Audrey Oliver. Brenda Kent. Brittany Ann Miller. Charmaine Zaragoza. Sierra Campos. Sina Willems. Darcy King. Darren Kistler. Drew Pierce Street. Hannah Chase. Hannah Larson. Holly Christina. Holly Zeppel. Jackie Busey. Jazz Rubin. Jeffrey Snow King. Jenny Hang. Jessica Barnum. John Rusecki. Kateri Joe. Katie Lynn Davis. Katrina Prime. Kaylee Wiest. Kimberly Averitt. Courtney Williams. Christina Tody. Lauren Olson. Leilani Jones. Lindsay McKee. Lynette Molinaro. Maria Hamper. Megan Lee Hutchinson. Megan Nicole Nigas. Mickey Lynn Hood Cambron. Miracle Hall. Monica Wilbur. Montez Hodge. Natasha Fuau. Nicolette Bicken. Norma Pergam. Regina Harper. Rodney Antonson. Sarah Moore. Sarah Wilkinson. Shauna Hill. Taylor Saunders.
And with that, we conclude our ceremony. Thank you so much for joining us on this special day. And for the 47th time, congratulations. I hope that each of you does something today that brings you joy. I hope that each of you takes a moment to thank all those who helped you get to this moment. And I hope each of you takes a moment to give yourself credit for the incredible amount of work and sacrifice it took to get here. On behalf of all the staff and faculty at the UW-Tacoma School of Social Work and Criminal Justice, we send our very best wishes with you as you go forth. Congratulations.